Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the voice of reason. In this episode, I wanted to cover new arms acquisitions by the Taiwan military, or the Taiwanese military, also known as the Republic of China. Again, this is going to cover arms acquisitions by the democratic, fully independent island nation of Taiwan. Just had to get that in there. So again, we're going to be looking at these arms acquisitions that really occurred during the Trump administration, and most of these systems, if not all of them, have not yet been delivered. And there's one very specific system I wanted to look at and see if it's really something that Taiwan, in fact, needed, and was there an alternative in terms of this specific purchase. And I'll get to that in a second. But first, I'll cover briefly just all the systems that were purchased over the Trump administration that were approved by the Trump administration. And it's fairly significant. So first off, there was a standard missile package, Block 3As, and some other system upgrades for the standard missile systems that are utilized on the Taiwanese naval ships. And that package was worth about $125 million. So, again, a good purchase. These vessels armed with these systems obviously can be used in a anti-ballistic missile role and obviously an air defense role if they are stationed near ports and other facilities around Taiwan, just not in the open sea. So a great system that can kind of maneuver and shoot down incoming Chinese air assets. The next system was 168 Mark 55 lightweight torpedoes. Again, good purchase. These would be used by Taiwanese helicopters in engaging Chinese submarines. So again, this was a $175 million purchase. 46 Mark 48 Mod 6 AT advanced technology heavyweight torpedoes. And these are going to be specifically used probably in the upcoming production of the Taiwanese diesel attack submarines that they will be fielding in the next few years. And that was $250 million. Upgrade the AN SLQ-32 version 3 electronic warfare systems in support of 4 X-Kid class destroyers. 56 AGM-154C JSOW air-to-ground missiles. This request includes JSOW integration, captive flight vehicles, dummy training missiles, container spare and repair parts, support and test equipment, joint mission planning system updates, and this was worth $185 million. These systems can be used to hit targets on mainland China. So again, a great purchase. The next is 50 AGM-88B HARMs, which are high-speed anti-radiation missiles, and that was $147 million. And these systems are great in suppressing the People's Liberation Army air defense assets, and can be used against naval vessels as well. The AN-FPS 115 operations and maintenance follow-on and sustainment package that includes contractor, logistics support, engineering services, and technical updates to address equipment obsolescence, transportation, and material cost associated with contractor repair and return services. Again, this is $400 million, and this obviously needs to occur. Spare parts for F-16, C-130H, F-5, EF, Indigenous Defense Fighter, and other aircraft, $330 million. Necessary to keep those planes in the air, so definitely a requirement. Continuation of the pilot training program of 21st Century Fighter Squadron at Luke Air Force Base in Arizona, $500 million. 250 FIM-92F man-portable missiles, 108 launchers, 31 trainers. These are Stingers, $223 million. Good purchase. 108 M1A2T main battle tanks, 14 M88 recovery vehicles, 16 M1070A1 transporters, 16 M1000 trailers, and ammunition. Not a good purchase, and I'll get back to that in a second. 66 F-16CDs Block 70 multi-role fighters, 75 F110 engines, 75 Link 16 systems, 75 AN APG-83 Asia radars, 120 AN ALE 50 tow decoy systems and ammunitions. Great purchase. 18 Mark 48 Mod 6 AT heavyweight torpedo submarine launch wire guided torpedoes, 180 million. Further purchase torpedoes. Repair and recertification of the Patriot PAC-3 air defense system. 6 MS-110 multispectral reconnaissance pods. Very important purchase for watching what is occurring on the mainland and watching signs for any buildup of a possible invasion. And obviously being able to sense, and when you sense, you are then able to shoot. So very important. 135 AGM-84H standoff land attack missile, expanded response, SLAM, extended range. Very good purchase. Again, this gives the Taiwanese the ability to attack targets on mainland China and make any operation that the Chinese may launch against Taiwan incredibly costly. These systems that I just spoke of, the AGM-84Hs, are probably one of the most accurate precision-guided munitions on the planet. Very, very good system. Incredibly good system. 11 M142 high mobility artillery rocket systems. 64 MGM-168 Army tactical missile systems, ATACMS. M57 unitary missile, including spare parts, support, and test equipment. 436 million. Incredibly important system to have. These systems could have a wide range of uses. One, a precision attack against amphibious landings. These are incredibly accurate systems that are mobile and can cause a great deal of damage over great distances to Chinese amphibious landing assault ships and amphibious landing troops that are hitting the beaches. 100 Harpoon coastal defense systems consisting of up to 400 RGM-84L Harpoon Block 2 surface-launched missiles. Again, great purchase. If the Chinese are not able to land, they cannot seize Taiwan, and that's the whole concept behind these harpoons. They negate that landing. They stop that landing from actually occurring. 4 weapons-ready MQ-9B remotely piloted aircraft. Very important purchase. This could also help the Taiwanese build and manufacture their own unmanned combat aerial vehicle, aka attack drones. Very important purchase. Field information communication systems consisting of 154 communication nodes with S788 Type 3 shelter, 24 communication relays with S788 Type 3 shelter, 8 network management systems with S788 Type 3 shelters, 280 million. So again, that's a great purchase in terms of enhancing the network and communications abilities of the Taiwan military. But back to that one purchase that I just really do not feel is something that is necessary, and that is the purchase of those M1A2 main battle tanks. So you will hear a lot of talk that the 105 millimeter gun just will not penetrate the frontal aspect of the Chinese newest main battle tanks, such as the Type 96 and the Type 99. Well, in most instances, initially in any sort of war between China and Taiwan, the Taiwanese are not going to be engaging these Type 96 and Type 99 main battle tanks. It's simply not going to occur. In any sort of amphibious landing, you are going to see the lighter amphibious armored fighting vehicles and assault guns being landed by the Chinese. And you are not going to see a massive, large-scale deployment of these heavy main battle tanks. It's simply just not going to happen. And in any case, if it did occur, the Taiwanese are going to have plenty of opportunity for side aspect shots. And those 105 millimeter guns on those Brave Tigers and M60 A3 main battle tanks can destroy the most modern People's Liberation Army main battle tanks from a side aspect hit, without a doubt. But again, the majority of these vehicles that the Taiwanese would be initially engaging, if in fact the Chinese are in fact able to land, are going to be these amphibious assault vehicles. The 105 millimeter main gun on these M60s and these M48 variants are very good guns. They were used successfully in multiple wars. They were used successfully by the Israelis against T-72 tanks. The early Merkava had the 105 millimeter gun. The M60s used by the U.S. Marines during the first Gulf War penetrated with very with ease the T-72 Mike 1s of the Iraqi army. Now, can these systems, these 105 millimeter guns, penetrate the frontal aspect of a Chinese Type 99? Well, probably not. But the Taiwanese have other assets that can engage these tanks. And it's not just tanks that kill tanks. Most of the time, it is other systems that in fact kill tanks. From anti-tank guided weapon systems to accidents, to simply rolling off a roadway into a flooded marsh disables a tank. The hit on the engine pack of a main battle tank makes that tank no longer effective. It cannot move. So the idea of needing to purchase these really expensive M1A2 tanks, I think, could have gone to maybe training the Taiwanese army better, maybe providing a better pay, better compensation to kind of recruit this all-volunteer army that the Taiwanese army is attempting to construct, as opposed to these very expensive M1A2s that will need continued maintenance. And quite frankly, if we see that these M1A2s are in fact needed, it's probably not a good day for Taiwan. And again, I think there's other assets that could be used to negate any anti-tank issues, and the existing Taiwan tanks, I think, prove fine. And that's my take on it, guys. Have a great day.